For the people who have him in the top 5, you're goddamn right.
The hype first, more than sports.
You're goddamn right. He gave you the assists, he added rebounds, and he gave you points, right? He gave you the triple combo meal. And he needs his flowers.
That's the whole debate immediately, because top 5 point guard ever isn't just giving Russ flowers. That means all the stat padding talk, the no ring argument, the chaos, the triple doubles, all of it has to be put on trial.
He has hung it up for good. Russell Westbrook, after an 18-year NBA career. Let me say that again. 18-year. How old is Elijah?
19.
Oh my goodness. So he was born 1-year-old. Russ enters the league. 18-year NBA career. 9-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ. Wow. 3-time assist champ. 9-time All-NBA. 08-09 All-Rookie Team. 2-time All-Star MVP. 16-17 MVP. On the NBA 75th anniversary team. Career leader in triple doubles, has decided to hang it up for good. Round of applause for
That resume is why this cannot be a casual conversation. 18 years, MVP, scoring, assists, NBA 75, triple-double leader. That's not just a fun player. That's a historic player. So now the real debate becomes, why did so many people spend years talking like the production was fake?
I don't like the middle. And the reason is this. There was so much negativity on his game. Nobody appreciated or understood what it took to do what he was doing. And I don't like the hypotheticals of what someone could do. If they could, they would have done it. You're giving and you're lowering stats for people to be in these categories, right? If somebody averaged a triple-double, Oscar Robertson, Westbrook, and then Jokic. It's them 3. I don't need you dumbing down those 3 player stats to add more people and make it 29, 7, and 8. Don't do that shit. It's 3 people, triple doubles.
That's the first real defense of Russ. The point isn't that every triple-double made him perfect. The point is that once he made something rare look normal, people started changing the language around it. Instead of asking how hard it was, they started asking how much of it was empty.
When you made what he was doing seem irrelevant, seem easy, called it padding your stats because he was going to go get rebounds, which is a hustle stat, and you made that become, when Dennis Rodman was going out there, chasing rebounds down, falling out of bounds, and doing all of that, it was fine. But when Russell was doing it, it became a problem. When a point guard is overpassing, trying to get assists, the Steve Nash, the Chris Pauls, the John Stocktons, the Magic Johnsons, the Jason Kidds, when they're doing that to try to get their passing assists, there's no problem with that. When a scorer is out there trying to get a scoring title and they're saying, fuck the team and I'm about to shoot and do all these, there's no problem with that.
That's where the double standard gets uncomfortable, because basketball has always rewarded specialists for chasing what they do best. Rebounders chase rebounds, passers chase assists, scorers chase points. But when Russ chased everything at once, the conversation flipped. Now it wasn't dominance, and that's a huge difference, because once people call your greatness selfish, they're not just criticizing your game. They're changing how your whole career gets remembered.
All of those is fine, but when Russell Westbrook was maximizing his potential, it became a negative thing, which that negative thing put a tarnish on his legacy because you didn't look at him the same. You didn't look at him like, oh shit, he averaged a triple-double again. Damn, hey, how do you do this? What type of summer workout do you have to have this kind of energy? What kind of shape do you have to be in to be able to play at this level?
That's the part that actually matters. A label can stick harder than the accomplishment. Once people decided Russ was just padding stats, they stopped looking at the work required to play that way every night. The conditioning, the force, the rebounding from the guard spot, the pressure of having to create everything. That's how a historic achievement becomes a debate instead of a celebration.
People feel as though Russell Westbrook is Mr. OKC. He is the most important / greatest, however you want to phrase it, Oklahoma City Thunder, not Supersonics. Oklahoma City Thunder player of all time.
If you added Supersonics in there, he's still gonna be that.
Wow.
I mean, who's the competition? Does it have an MVP on it? You know what I mean? Even if you say MVP, you know, out of respect of resumes, I would probably have him one.
This changes the texture of the debate because now we're not just ranking guards. We're talking about what a player means to a city. KD may have the smoother skill set, Shea may have the newer championship case, but Russ became the emotional identity of Oklahoma City. That matters because legacy isn't only who had the cleanest game. Sometimes it's who carried the franchise when the relationship with the fan base was at its most fragile.
Like, as you're talking about, when you're talking about the greatest of all times, and it's not your team success. Stop. The team success is the cherry. Your individual accolades. Who are you? What did you do? What did you do? Did you stand on your own 2 feet? I'm tired of people using, because you're only using it to overtop someone that's close to you, right? Which is how you're supposed to do it. It's resume first. It's the cake. Your resume is the cake. The body of work that you put in as an individual. And then the cherry on top to put you over someone else is the team championship. Remember, there's 17 of them that gets that. So the percentage of winning the championship every year, 17 people out of 450 win that.
That's probably the strongest version of the pro-Russ argument. Championships matter. They always matter. But a ring isn't the whole cake. It's the separator when two resumes are close. And that's where Russ creates a problem for people. Because if the individual resume is the cake, his cake is massive. MVP, historic production, longevity, triple-double records, franchise impact. So if someone says he's not top 5, they have to explain exactly how much the missing ring wipes away. Not just he didn't win. How much does it erase?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Where does he rank? Where does Russell Westbrook rank as far as point guards go in NBA history?
Well, people are going to argue because there's two definitions, right? There's that point guard, where it's, the Magic Johnsons, the Jason Kidds, those guys, right? And then there's guys who played the point guard position but was more shooting guards, right? So, and that's going to always be the argument where you try to define the difference. But who played the position as point guard, that means you got the motherfucking label. I would say he's top 5.
That's the key distinction. There are pure point guards, and then there are players who play the position but bend the job description. Russ wasn't trying to be John Stockton. He wasn't trying to be Chris Paul. He was a downhill engine at point guard, scoring, rebounding, attacking, creating chaos, and forcing the game to happen at his speed. So when people say, that's not how a point guard is supposed to play, that might be true traditionally, but it also might be the reason he was so special.
Unless I'm picking Magic, right? If I either pick Magic if I can pick him. If not, I'm gonna go with Steph Curry or a Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Right. I want someone who can do everything besides just try to make people better.
Okay, that's a bet.
Because if my point gotta make you better, that means you're not that fucking good. Then I need to upgrade your position. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, out of all the triple doubles Russell Westbrook had, who is the recipient of those that look real good in free agency? Yeah. Just so we know, he wasn't working with a lot when KD left.
That's the final debate right there. If you want a pure table setter, Russ is probably not your guy. But if you want force, pressure, production, and someone who can bend the entire game with pace and athleticism, then Russ has a real argument. And that's why his legacy is so polarizing. The things people criticize are the same things that made him impossible to ignore. The chaos, aggression, rebounds, turnovers, triple doubles. The refusal to play the position the way people expected. My final read is this. Russell Westbrook is one of the hardest players to rank because his career doesn't fit neatly into one box. If your point guard list is about control, efficiency, shooting, and playoff calm, you're probably going to push him down. But if your list is about peak pressure, production, athletic dominance, historic resume, and franchise impact, then Russ absolutely belongs in the top 5 conversation. Not automatically number 1, not above criticism, but absolutely in the conversation. So here's the real question. Is Russell Westbrook a top 5 point guard ever? Or did the stat padding and no ring arguments expose the real limits of his legacy? I'm interested in your take. Drop your comments below, hit the like and subscribe on your way out. I'll see you in the Hype Verse. Peace out.
The Hype Verse, more than sports.